Hello everybody and welcome back to another video by me, Adam. Another Planet Zoo video for you today. I really enjoyed building this habitat for the lovely peafowl animal. I hope you enjoy watching it too. This is a speed build, but it is split into different segments, so you'll get the main foundation build, which I am doing now, as you can see on your screen. It will then transition it into the walls and the roof, and then at the end I will give you a lovely run through in real time of everything I've done, everything, all the little bits that I changed which you don't see during the speed build segment, everything I've added, and a little view of the guest coming to the habitat and viewing our lovely Peafowl Habitat. So stick around for that, but let's get straight into this speed build now, and I'll try to explain my thought process and the little different techniques and things I used here. So as you can see, I built a simple square on the grid, and then I decided to use these plaster pieces. If you've watched any of my videos before, if you haven't, go and watch them now, hint hint. If you've not watched any, I tend to build a lot of buildings within Planet Zoo using the plasterboards for two reasons. One, there is grid plasterboards which you can keep to the grid, and two, there is wall decoration plasterboards which you don't have to keep to the grid like I'm doing here. I've made a circle out of them. I then it took me a while to figure out how I wanted it to look, and basically I wanted like two circle / hexagon shapes back to back with each other. I didn't want to just put a rectangle shape, I wanted it to be a little bit different, and I wanted to really explore my creative side during this build. I put a lot of work into this build. I think the build took me approximately 6 or 7 hours because I kept having breaks and going back to it. And that's a good tip actually, if you are finding you're getting what's the word, it's a bit like if you write books or magazines for a living and you get a thing called writer's block, and it's a bit like that in Planet Zoo. Let me know in the comment section below if you get this, because I get this a lot. I'll start building something, I'll get halfway through it, or sometimes even a quarter of the way through the full build, and I'll just give up. I'll just think, no, it's not working. Escape, exit, main menu, back to my desktop. But so I actually did do that a couple of times during this build. Obviously I've cut them bits out for you, but always go back to it. I always went back to it. I rethought the process. I drew some things down with a pen and paper quickly, how I wanted it to look in the end, rethought what I wanted to do, and got straight back into it. And that's the best thing to do. Don't give up. Just keep trying. Keep a positive mindset about it, and you will come out on top and end up getting the build done. So my main foundation is pretty much in now, as you can see, and so I've started to build the path around the exterior of the habitat where I want our guests to walk and to view it. For the viewing areas of this habitat, I wanted it to be like a full 360 viewing area for our peafowls. So I wanted even the indoor area to have viewing areas, and I wanted the outdoor area to be full 360 viewing for our guests, and then the peafowls can get a little bit of privacy and privacy in the indoor bit what we end up building. As you can see, I'm just trying to line everything up perfectly. I dropped this front bit so I could add a fence. We do add a custom fence, so stay tuned for that to see how I add my custom fences. Added water here, thought it's too much water, so brought it back in a little bit. I just wanted a little bit of water at the front, one for the peafowls so they can have a little drink out of it. They can't actually access the water, the peafowls, which is a shame, but they can have a drink out of it. And it looks pretty as well at the front of a habitat. So here we are now, we're placing our custom fences. So it's not fully custom, we do build a custom fence over a bridge. Stay tuned for that one, that one's quite more interesting. But this one, we went with the New World post. We went with this, I forgot the actual name of the fence in the middle. Let me know in the comment section if you remember the name of this fence, but basically I use it quite a lot. I use it as netting around tall habitats, and this time I used it as an actual fence, but I didn't want the top of it, so I flipped it all the way around, 360 it, sunk it into the wall, and it gives this nice effect. And I also added these brackets which gives it a more realistic feel, and I added them to the sides of our New World post, so it looks like it's holding the fence together. So yeah, really happy with how it came out. It's quite simple but effective, really, kind of like a new way of building. I used to just place fences wherever I wanted in Planet Zoo, really, but adding these little brackets and turning things upside down and adding custom railings, it really does make habitats just pop and make it really eye-catching. There was some quite fiddly moments in this build, but like I said, I just stuck with it, carried on through, adjusted everything, even if I did have to split things from the group and advance move them one by one, which is a pain in the backside, as you probably well know. I had to do that quite a lot during this build, but managed to get it done in the end. So yeah, our front bit is pretty much finished now, and this is the way I like to build. So I start from the outside and I make my way in. As you can see now, I'm starting to add these hedges, these trimmed bush hedges, and I've actually never used this hedge in anything I've built before. I've seen other people use it in like hedge mazes and stuff for peafowl habitats. I think there's some campaign missions as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, there's some campaign missions where the bush is within a habitat for peafowls as like a little hedge maze, if I can remember correctly. So I added it as the wall just sunk into the wall and covered the plaster wall with the bush hedge. As you can see here, I was having a bit of a problem, and I don't know what I was doing wrong here actually. I was trying to duplicate it over to the other side without having to do it piece by piece. So I tried duplicating it, I tried advance moving it over, I tried rotating it, turning it upside down, I tried all sorts just trying to get this hedge correct, and I could not get it. And in the end I think I do actually do it the way I didn't want to do it, and that is one by one, moving them over and duplicating them. Look, I'm just having an absolute nightmare with this. I should have cut this bit out of the video actually, but I wanted to show you that it's okay to like either forget things or get things wrong. Everybody does it. Everybody does it, not just in Planet Zoo, but people get things wrong in life, and it's all about the learning experience. It's learning to be more creative and use different methods to get the end result what you want, and be persistent as well. As you can see, I'm being very persistent now. I think I've rotated and duplicated this over about 5,000 times. But no, I'm not, in all seriousness, it was a pain in the backside, but I did end up doing it in the end, one by one, which I should have done in the first place. But it's a learning process. I've learned now, and next time I try to do something like this, I will just do it the way I ended up being. I am actually going to be quiet now. I know you should be very grateful of me being quiet. But yeah, I'm going to shut up for a little bit. I'm going to let this speed build run through, and I hope you enjoy it. You will catch me at the end of this video, like I said previously, giving you a rundown of all the little changes I've made and showing you around a little tour, so to speak, of the final habitat, whole look of it. I hope you enjoyed this speed build, and I will see you in a couple of minutes. Since that speed build segment, don't worry, I will go over everything. I'll give you the full tour of the habitat. I'll show you what pieces I've used and how, and what thought process I had during it. A lot of it was quite tedious, and it was me trying loads of different things. I didn't think a speed build of me trying 7 different rocks in 7 different places would have been that entertaining and stuff like that, and trying to find the right pieces to fit where. But yeah, I'm going to give you a little tour now. So if we start at the front where we want our guests coming in, we've built a bridge. We've added these individual beams, the same ones what we've added over here. And let's just get our user interface up. So it's the East Asia painted timber square end. This is one of my favourite wood pieces in the game. Very versatile. You can use it in pretty much every single thing you build. Yeah, so I've added them. I've also added the lights. I will show you how this looks at night time in a minute. Let me just give you a quick tour. Custom barrier. We've added a custom barrier slash fence, whatever you want to call it, just with these new world posts. We've sunk these lamps, which are the East Asia lamp post 1. We've sunk them right down so the wood doesn't show and we just want the top showing. We've used the glass panes as the barriers, and a lovely little technique what I found is if you add these metal pieces, let me just see what they called for you. Edit group, New World fence post. If you add them onto glass, it really gives it a realistic glass feel. Like these little metal beams are holding the whole glass panels together. I really like what I've done with this. Yeah, and there's the other side all with lights on also. So here's our education board. It's not on at the moment because we haven't got power. But yeah, there's our education board. Some seats, simple seats. The rock work, I've done all the rock work all the way around. I didn't completely fill it with rock work because I wanted this foliage effect and like bare rock. I just got the terrain tool, clicked on the rock rough and just coloured these to make it blend into the rocks what we've placed. Foliage all in the little pond area we have here all the way around. Same with the other side. And rocks all the way around. Coming onto the habitat itself, custom fences all the way around. We use these lovely, another a bracket. Again, bracket's a really good piece to use in builds. Lights all the way around. Also, we added our donation buckets and little do not feed the animal signs. There's our lovely peacock. Well, one of them. I think we've got 3 or 4 in here at the moment. There's the one, and there's the other one just staring at a wall for some bizarre reason. Yep, so let's have a look in the habitat. We've got the little pond area for them. They don't have access to the pond, but it stops them getting out of the habitat. Adds a bit of decoration to the habitat, and it looks pretty in my opinion. So yeah, the main food box area in the middle, which this lovely peacock is currently just sat on, chilling. I've hidden if we just press play, as you can see, I've hidden the water feature, the water enrichment item, the sprinkler, that's what it's called, sprinkler, into the rock, make it look all nice, neat and tidy. Let's pause it again. Added some custom lights here. Our viewing area, well, another viewing area, it's pretty much 360 viewing area all the way around this habitat. But this is the indoor viewing area. The guests looks like they're having a good little view. One lovely lady here is pointing towards one of the peafowls. So yeah, that's the inside area. A little gate here held up with the chains to give it a more realistic feel. Obviously we've got the hedges all the way around. And then here's the other side. I've added the actual peafowl statue onto the top. I love this statue. I think it's really cool. Little roped off plant area, you could call it, just to stop these pesky kids touching our plants and ruining them and picking leaves off. A little garden area here, a well maintained garden area next to the viewing window, should I say, a nice circle window. Again, using the same kind of wood all the way around to keep it consistent. I added these little designs. I just wanted to break it up. I didn't want it to be a plain wall. I wanted it to stand out. There's our lovely zookeeper. Looks like he is about to enter the habitat as well, probably to feed our peafowls. Little chained off area to say no guest, basically. This is staff only. Yeah, and that is. Oh, I've added these arrows as well, which I will lit up. So if I go on to facilities quickly, if it lets me, and then we get some power in, so just so I can show you what it looks like at night time. And I'll change this to night time now. As you can see, with the arrows, they are lit up, pointing the way where we want our guests to go. Obviously, they're probably not going to go that way. It doesn't affect game mechanics, but I thought it was a nice little touch. All these side decoration panels are all lights, so that's lit up really nicely. We've got the information boards at the top here, which I really like the idea. Instead of planting it into the wall, just have it hanging down from the top of a beam. Custom lights in here. I just sunk these lights into this pole, quite simple. All the way around, lights all the way around, and again on the bridge we've got the lights, and I love how the lights reflect onto the water and bounce off. And that is pretty much it. So let's change it back to daytime and end this video. I really enjoyed doing this build. I didn't know how it was going to come up at the end. Really happy with it. Let me know if you like this kind of build in the comment section below. Like this video, it helps me a lot. I just want to thank everyone for the support as well, especially from other content creators who have been showing me a lot of support recently. It's really appreciated. I'm going to end this video finally. I know you've been waiting for the end, but yeah. My name's Adam, And like I always say, peace out.